The interesting part about short-term rental and the market itself is the introduction to probably 80% of the people that got into that game and into this game were people that were introduced at the wrong time in the fact that the expectations were set that this was going to be a really easy game to play. It was just like printing money, right? And no business is going to be printing money long term. If you were ever in a business that has that, you are in one of your, your growth periods, or the really, kind of the adoption period, and everybody, it feels like you're printing money, that's not going to last long term. And so we are now in the short-term rental game, understanding that this is a mainstream asset class. There's things that you have to do. There's T's to cross, there's I's to dot in order to be successful as a short-term rental investor. And that's where we're at right now. However, short-term rental investors, we're seeing that about 80% of the properties on the market don't make money. And the reason for that is because about 10% of the properties make all the money. And so it's definitely a game that you have to understand how to play at the top of it. But the long-term outlook is that the consumer is spending money on this, and they prefer it as an accommodation choice. And in good times and bad, the nice thing about short-term rentals is we're finding there's a lot of surveys when the economic turmoil starts to happen, and we start to hear some chatter about people not making as much as they were before, and they're getting a little tighter on their budgets, that people worry that travel is going to subside and stop. And what we're finding is the consumer is saying, "Hey, listen, we might not fly, to Europe or to Hawaii or somewhere like that, but if we can find a drive-to destination that we can share with a couple families, and we have full kitchens, and we can cook, and we don't have to go out to eat every day," it gives them an economical way to go have a vacation. And so we're seeing that demand for short-term rentals continues to grow for a lot of different reasons, and we're pretty excited about it as an asset class that is going to be able to withstand some good times and bad times.